right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we're going to be go ahead and going live. I'm very sorry for the delay, guys. I did not anticipate to do a 2-hour delay, and I'm very sorry. I normally don't do delays of this kind of magnitude, but it just was busy today, man. This weekend, I was just busy in general. I had a lot of events to go this weekend, errands to do as well, and I tried to tell my parents, but they wouldn't listen. And yeah, it is what it is, and yeah, it's a shame. Hopefully this doesn't happen again in the future. I know I've done delays before in the past, and I know it's not the first time it's happened, but hopefully this doesn't happen anytime soon. So I'll try to make sure. Um, yeah. So once again, I'm sorry, and I do apologize, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's start with the EPL. Let's start with the EPL. And talk about the Premier League, shall we? So, when it comes to the Premier League, guys, let's quickly go through. So we have Leicester City 1, Chelsea 2. Chelsea got the win there on the road against Leicester City, and Chelsea were obviously the better team. They got the win there. Nico Jackson scoring, Enzo Fernandez, man, Enzo Fernandez scoring there, the header there, and yeah, I mean for Chelsea, as I said, man, my only concern with Chelsea is the defense is very shaky. I don't think the defense is that great for Chelsea, and I don't rate Robert Sanchez. I think Robert Sanchez is a liability. I think the back line is also a bit suspect. Like, Reece James couldn't make 4 games in a row. Thaddeus Sheila, I don't think is that great. Colwell, I rate. And Cucurella, I don't think is that great. I'm sorry. Cucurella is mid, in my opinion. I don't really rate him that highly. I think he's a mid player. And yeah, I mean, I just think for Chelsea, man, it's interesting. Reece James injured once again. I'm sorry, Chelsea, man. I want to answer this to my Chelsea fans. Should Reece James be sold? Because, man, I think it might be time to part ways. Because, dude, Reece James, he's such a good fullback, but my goodness me, the guy is injury prone. The guy is like injury prone because the guy, in terms of talent, is really good. He's very good offensively, very good defensively. He's such an all rounder, but the issue is he's so injury prone that you have to sell him. You have to sell him if he's not available. His unavailability, So yeah, Reece James, man, probably has to be sold. And yeah, I mean for Chelsea, man, great win for them. And as for Leicester City, they were atrocious. The game, they were garbage. They didn't offer much of anything. They did get a penalty there right at the end, but yeah, look at this, man. Only one shot on target. Wow. And less Chelsea with 60 shots, 7 on target. Chelsea deserved the win. I'm just gonna quickly go through the other games. Bournemouth 1, Brighton 2. So shout out to Brighton for getting the win on the road, which is actually pretty impressive considering how good Bournemouth have been this season. Arsenal got the 3-1 win against Nottingham Forest. And guys, you know what's crazy? This is the first time Arsenal have won a game since October 5th. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Saka there at the score sheet. Saka looking great, guys. Saka's dude. Odegaard's looking good. And guys, I'm still gonna stand by this. A lot of people may disagree with me on this. Arsenal's best player is Martin Odegaard. It's not Bukayo Saka. Odegaard is their best player. He's the creative spark. He's the all rounder. Saka for me is a better goal scorer. But in terms of just a player as a self, I think Odegaard is more important than Saka. And remember, Odegaard's also the captain of the team as well. So keep that in mind. And as for Nottingham Forest, I think this is a bad blimp for them. Um, and I think for Nottingham Forest, it's just a bad blimp. I think Nottingham Forest, it's just one of those games where they just got outclassed. They just didn't really offer much. And yeah, Arsenal, man, huge win for them. But I still need to see more from the Arsenal side because Trossard has been really underwhelming. Gabriel Jesus is mid, and the less said about Martinelli, the better. And yeah, Martinelli's just awful. Kai Havertz is not that reliable. He's a moments player. And Sterling, the less said, the better. Sterling's washed. I know Sterling got the assist on the day, but dude, Sterling is still washed. He's finished. And yeah, for Arsenal, they got the win there. Aston Villa 2, Crystal Palace 2. Aston Villa dropping points at home to Crystal Palace is quite of a disappointment considering how good Aston Villa have been this season. But yeah, it's just a shame there. Then Everton nil, Brentford nil, snooze fest there. And the Fulham 1, Wolves 4. Wolves finally get a big win on the road against Fulham. Is actually quite surprising. And now we talk about the elephant in the room, guys. The elephant of the room. Wow. And guys, remember guys to like and subscribe. I'll go through your guys' comments after I finish the discussing my thoughts to each of the leagues. And we'll be here for around an hour. We'll be here for around an hour. So Um, Man City 4-0. Guys, this is ridiculous. Tottenham managed to win this game 4-0 on the road against Manchester City. You know how crazy this is? And this is the crazy thing, guys. Manchester City hadn't lost a home game up until this is the first game they lost post what is it called? First home game they lost since I believe was at Brentford in 2023. Sorry, 2022. They went an entire year unbeaten in 2023 and almost went an entire year this year. And of all teams to end the streak was Spurs. And guys, this is a really bad defeat for Manchester City. Man, I think the last time Manchester City lost by a big margin like this at home was Manchester City 2, Leicester City 5. This is very historic, guys. This is uncharacteristic because Manchester City usually don't get destroyed at home. And the fact that they did is absolutely incredible. Shout out to James Madison. Madison was fantastic on the day. He was sensational. Pedro Porro was great too as well. Son was also great. Kulusevski, Solanke, Brennan Johnson. I mean, Timo Werner. And basically Spurs, they did the Spurs thing. They counterattacked at will. And you know what the crazy thing is? Before this game, Spurs had lost at home to Ipswich. Spurs had lost at home to Ipswich. And the fact that City lost this game 4-0 at home is ridiculous. And I know a lot of people like to tell me that City is Spurs, the City's bogey team, and that is true. That they are their bogey team, but usually it's the away game that's hard for City. It's usually not at home. So for Manchester City, man, humiliating on the day, absolutely embarrassing. And you know what Spurs did? They did this. They did the smart tactics. This is how you beat Manchester City, guys. Counter-attacking football. Because every time Spurs went on the counter-attack, Manchester City's defense was all over the place. All over the place. All over the place. They just couldn't defend. And every time Manchester City push forward, they were leaving themselves exposed at the back. Expose the back. Expose the back. And I'm sorry, Vardiel was awful today. I'm not awful today. Yesterday, obviously. Akanji, Stones was terrible. And I'm sorry. City, because a lot of people are saying Rodri is the City's big issue this season. And yes, Rodri is a big issue. But there's more than just Rodri. Rodri isn't the only problem with City this season. I'm going to break all the problems down with City right here in the stream. Let's start. I'm going to go player by player. Ederson, for me, he isn't a great shot stopper. He will provide you good moments, but he isn't that great of a shot stopper. I think Ederson's been okay. Vardiel is a great left back. He's very good offensively, but defensively, I don't think he's that great. Akanji, I'm not going to criticize too much. I think Akanji was okay, but Akanji wasn't that great either. Stones, Stones normally plays in the midfield. He doesn't usually play center back that much anymore. And Walker, oh my jeez, Walker is finished. Guys, Kyle Walker is finito. Kyle Walker is finished. This guy is so garbage. The guy is so getting so spun so easily. I'm sorry, this has to be Walker's last season. Um, so Walker has to go. I'm sorry, this has to be Walker's last season. He's finished, man. He's finished. Rico Lewis, he just doesn't work there in the midfield. I just don't think he's that great. Gundogan, Barcelona, man, we actually made the right decision. We sold Gundogan, and I actually thought it was a mistake, but it turns out it wasn't a mistake because I'm sorry, man, Gundogan is washed. He's finished. And I think age is catching up to him. And I think it's time for City to realize they made a mistake. Gundogan is just not that guy. Bernardo Silva, he's just not been that great this season. And Foden, man. Oh my geez, Foden. Foden's been horrible this season. Foden, ever since the Euros, he's been so garbage. Ever since the Euros, he's not been great. See, the thing with Haaland is that besides goals, he doesn't offer anything else. He just doesn't offer anything else. He's just a goal scorer. And that's the problem with City is that if Haaland's not scoring, I don't know anyone else is going to score. And Savinho. Now I like Savio. Savio is a really good player. He's very good at dribbling. The only problem I have with Savio is his goal scoring is so bad. He is not a goal scorer. He's so good at dribbling. He's so good at ball control and everything. He's just not a clinical winger, right? And I look at the Manchester City bench. Why is KDB coming to the 74th minute? It's just ridiculous to me. And Jack Grealish, I don't think he's that great. I think Jack Grealish is not that great. You know what? City made a mistake. They didn't get a replacement for Rodri. They didn't get a proper replacement for Rodri. And I'm looking at the players that are here, man. Why is McAtee not coming on? Why is Matheus Nunes not coming on? You see the problem with the City team is that there's a lack of depth in this team. There's a lot of players are aging, a lot of players are getting old, and City haven't properly invested in the depth. And I think it's a big issue for City this season. And my thing for City is that they're now 8 points behind Liverpool. And remember, Liverpool are playing Manchester City next week at Anfield. If Liverpool win that game, it could be an 11-point gap. An 11-point gap. Do you guys remember the season? I think it was a few years ago where Liverpool were like amazing the first half of the season. City were so bad. And I think Liverpool had like a 20-point lead by the end of like December. City are still in this. But it's getting finer and finer because the problem for Manchester City is that this is now 5 losses in a row. This is 5 losses in a row. 3 losses consecutively in the Premier League. And if you look at Manchester City's upcoming fixtures, let's actually look at their upcoming fixtures, guys. Manchester City let's just look at the Premier League, guys. And let's just look at the end of the year. They got Liverpool away. That's going to be a tough game. Nottingham Forest. Now, Nottingham Forest should be a win. But remember, Nottingham Forest are good this season. Like, this is like a good Nottingham Forest team. So they're much better than before. Crystal Palace, that's always a bogey team for Manchester City. Manchester City always struggle against Crystal Palace. They've got the Manchester Derby. Anything can happen there. Then Aston Villa on the road. And then if you look at next year, then you look at the last 2 games. Everton at home should be winnable and Leicester away. So I'm looking at the next couple of games for Manchester City. I can't really give you assurances of any wins. Maybe they could get that win against Nottingham Forest. But that's about it because I can't guarantee any other wins. I can't guarantee. And especially looking at the Premier League. And for Manchester City, man, my thing is that Liverpool can already run the table. And we're going to get to Liverpool fixtures in a bit because I actually want to show you guys Liverpool games. So I've heard a lot of people say that Manchester City are out of the title race, that Liverpool have already won this league. Now, that is crazy to say. I'm sorry. You cannot win the league by end of November. A league is a sprint. It's a sprint. It's not a marathon. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. And remember, Liverpool. Remember last season, Liverpool were so bad the second half of the season. They went in such a free fall. We haven't seen Liverpool hit that yet. And what makes this interesting is that Manchester City are usually very good the second half of the seasons. They're very good the second half of the season. They usually go on a massive winning streak the second half of the seasons, making it very difficult for any team to stop them. So if you want to stop Manchester City, you have to do the first half of the season. You have to get to a point where you have to make the gap as like a 15-point gap, essentially. So I just think for Manchester City in particular, man, they have to address a lot of things. Pep Guardiola, you have to take some criticism because I'm sorry, 5 losses in a row is unprecedented. This is the first time Pep has lost 5 games in a row, and a lot of these players have to take criticism. Foden has to take criticism. I think Gundogan has to take criticism. Walker has to take criticism. I think these players in particular have to take criticism, and I think for Manchester City, man, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond from this game. So I think for Manchester City, man, it's going to be interesting to see how they respond from this game. And for Spurs, man, credit to Spurs. This is a fantastic win for Spurs. It's a massive win for them to beat the league leaders 4-0 at their own crib. That is incredible. Incredible. Andre Postecoglou, fantastic job indeed. And that midfield is amazing. Like, a lot of people are going to give credit to, like, Madison and ever, but Bissouma, I thought Bissouma was great. I thought Sarr was great. I even think their backline was impressed. And remember, guys, you know what's crazy? Spurs did this without 2 of their best center backs, without Romero, without Bentancur, and without Mickey Van de Ven. They had to start Dragusin and Ben Davis at the back line and still managed to keep a clean sheet. That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. So shout out to Spurs for doing the great insanity. And for Manchester City, man, let's see if they can still do 5 in a row. Because Pep Guardiola, man, you just signed a contract extension, renew your contract 2 years, and now you just have this. What a way to spoil the party! What a way to spoil the party! What a way to spoil the party! So I want to hear from you guys. I want to do a poll actually real quick. Can Manchester City still win this league or no? Because I still think they can. All right, then we're going to talk about Southampton 2, Liverpool 3. Liverpool, man, great win on the road against Southampton. And let's be real. This was a game Liverpool needed to win. especially knowing that Manchester City draw points. This was a critical game for Liverpool. And I gotta say, man, it wasn't the most convincing win because, with all due respect, this is Southampton. They're literally bottom of the team. They're literally bottom of the team, guys. And I just think for Liverpool, man, they got the win. A win is a win at the end of the day. But you shouldn't be struggling to beat Southampton, with all due respect. And Southampton, man, credit to them. They gave a good fight to Liverpool. They made it end to end, but Liverpool just edged through with equality. And I heard a lot of people saying Southampton were denied a penalty there in the second half. And yeah, I mean, for Liverpool, man, fantastic win for them. But I will say this, though. Defensively, they're going to have to improve. Defensively, they have to improve, which is really weird because defensively, the season, they've been pretty spot on. Been pretty money so far this season. And Salah there, taking the headlines, scoring a brace, of course, with that penalty celebration there, 83rd minute. Yeah, Salah, man, it's going to be huge. Because let me just say this right now, guys. If Arne Slot manages to win the Premier League in his first season, Klopp and Arteta, we're gonna have a convo about those two, especially Arteta, because that would look embarrassing. That would look embarrassing for Arteta, and for Jurgen Klopp, that also looked kind of questionable as well. Like Arne Slot came in his first season and already won a Premier League, already equal the number of Premier Leagues you've won in your history. That's gonna look crazy. So let's look at Liverpool games, guys. Let's look at Liverpool games. Gravenberch was obviously great too. Szoboszlai, Keller was great too with a penalty save. Gakpo was great. Robertson. And let's look at Liverpool games upcoming, guys, because Salah is so crucial. And I think what's going to decide Liverpool season is Salah himself. If Salah can have an incredible season, then Liverpool can do it. But if Salah has a drop off, that's where I worry for Liverpool. Is that are they reliant on Salah? That's my big question. I want to know what you guys think. Is Liverpool too reliant on Salah? Because that's what I'm kind of fearing for Liverpool. Is that Salah is great and all. He's obviously amazing, but if Salah isn't delivering, will Liverpool still produce the goods? That I'm not so sure. But anyways, let's look at the upcoming game. So Liverpool got Manchester City. That's a huge game. Newcastle away is going to be tough. Everton is going to be tough for them. Merseyside derby tax. Then Fulham, and then Tottenham away. So Liverpool have some little tricky fixtures. Then they got Leicester City. Then they got and then they got West Ham. So I'm looking at Liverpool fixtures, guys. It's a little bit tricky. Like these three games is going to be a bit hard, guys. I'm not sure Liverpool is going to get 9 points. This is going to be a bit tricky. So it's going to be interesting to see how Liverpool do, guys. But yeah, like I said, guys, it'll be interesting to see what Liverpool will do. Um, and yeah, fantastic win for Liverpool against Southampton. Moving on to the next game we got here, it is Ipswich Town, Manchester United 1. Manchester United. Wow. Manchester United, you ought to be lucky that you guys didn't lose this game because Onana was amazing. And Onana, I have to give all the appreciation to Onana. Onana has been United's best player this season. Don't argue me in the comments below. He is United's best player. Without Andre Onana being this beast mode, United would be in the near relegation. I'm not even joking around when I say this. United would be in the relegation. United would be close to relegation if Onana was in this beast mode. Because the amount of saves Onana is doing week in, week out is unbelievable. Sure, Rashford scored a great goal there, and obviously it was a good goal there. Diallo got the assist. Diallo has been so fantastic. I think Diallo is a player that United fans United have to build around this team because Diallo is so technically gifted, so brilliant as an individual, fantastic. And I still don't trust Rashford. I know Rashford scored in the day, but besides the goal, I don't think Rashford offered much else. As for Ipswich Town, I think they created a lot of chances this game. They were quite unlucky at times. I think Onana obviously was amazing. And Hutchinson scored a fantastic solo goal there. And for Man United, man, I'm sorry, that midfield is so bad. That midfield's so bad. I'm sorry. Casemiro Eriksson they're both too old. You can't start both of them. One of them you can start, but not both. They're just not both compatible. Now I understand that people tell me Ugarte is coming back from international break, so obviously Ugarte won't be able to start. You know, he came in late. Obviously Mainu as well. Just came back from the international. He just came back from injury. But I'm sorry, man. These two players are much better than Casemiro Eriksson. Garnacho, the less said, the better. Garnacho, I don't rate whatsoever. He's not that amazing. Evans, I thought was particularly poor. United, man, defensively were atrocious. They weren't that great. And you know what's the weird thing is United, they look on paper defensively good because I think the issue for United isn't really the defense because obviously people are going to look at the defense. It's the midfield. The midfield was so bad. When your midfield is so bad, your defense is going to look bad. That's the thing because I'm thinking that if Man United started like both Ugarte and Mainu, they probably don't concede as many chances because I think Ugarte and Mainu are so much better than Casemiro Eriksson. So United have to figure that out. And yeah, for United, as I said, man, their offense being particularly poor as usual. And for United, as I said, man, like Ruben Amorim, he's a great coach and all, but it's gonna be the same old thing. Oh, it's a manager that's getting blamed or everything like that. The players have to take some responsibility, accountability, because you can criticize Ten Hag all you will. Ten Hag did manage to get 2 trophies with his United team, 2 domestic trophies. So for United, as I said, man, they have to finish in the European spot this season. It is going to be interesting because Ruben Amorim has a tall task ahead of him. Because this United team, there's a lot of players that have to be go. A lot of players have to be sold. A lot of players cannot be starting for this team anymore. And if United is serious, a lot of these players will be bent in the summer window. But we all know United is not serious. We all know United is not serious. So, that's pretty much my thoughts on that game. Shout out to Ipswich for getting a point at home, a valuable point, and I feel like they should have won this game. I feel like Ipswich should have won this game. I think they were the better team throughout the game, and United I thought were very poor. I think United were very poor in this game, and I think a draw is kind of somewhat fortuitous. Tomorrow we got Newcastle versus West Ham United. Obviously, we'll see what happens there. We'll talk about that next weekend's weekend recap. That's going to be an interesting game. If I had to make a prediction for this game, I'll probably say a draw. I don't think Newcastle have been that great, and West Ham I don't think have been that great. So I'm going to say a draw for this one. Although Newcastle could potentially win this, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to go with the draw for now for that game. So let me look at you guys' comments and see what you guys saying. Hi, United. Okay, GG's with the delays. Amazing. Whoa, didn't expect that delay. It's all fine, AD. Finally, Chelsea held on. Let's go. LA Galaxy to win it all. James a liability, taking up that money. Memos needs promotion relegation. Forest were looking good. For real, Odegaard over Saka. City were looking like the better team up until that 20th minute. Hello, I'm late. Dang. It's like rock, paper, scissors. City beat Ipswich. Ipswich beat Spurs. Spurs beat City. Yeah. Hey, guys. Thank you for joining, Windsor guy. Tim Cooper says, all teams have their decay. We're watching the City one. Yeah, I guess you could say. This is now the downfall of City. But like, let's be very careful when we say this, guys, because the thing is, City can still have this downfall and still win the league. That's why I'm very careful here because I don't want to slander City too much because City can still win this league. It's not like they're mathematically out. So we be very careful here, guys. And I'm saying this right now. By the way, I forgot to mention this earlier. If City wins this league from this position, 8 points behind, I'm looking at the Premier League very differently now. I'm going to be looking at this Premier League and saying that, bro, you really let Man City do 5 in a row, even when Man City were at their not even at the third gear. Yeah, if Manchester City win this league from this position, serious questions have to be asked. Serious questions have to be asked. Serious questions have to be asked if they manage to win this league from 11-point down. Like this comment if you hate City. Everton are kind of desperate. They pull up a fight against City. I understand Bulgarian edits, but the thing is, like, well, I mean, that's still very far ahead. So, I was just looking ahead, but you would still expect City to win. Everton would intentionally lose to City if they got some of their oil money. And I'm pretty sure Everton would gladly lose to City if Liverpool is going to win they don't want Liverpool to win the league, so they're going to try their best to help Manchester City out as much as they can. So I'm pretty sure they would rather let Manchester City win than Liverpool win. So the Southampton game got me worried about Liverpool. Man United got to get their stuff together. Same with City. Depends. Depends on the next Liverpool game, but I'd say they have to get something together for now. So I'll say no. How close is Liverpool to that record? What record are you saying? Oh, are you talking about the most Premier Leagues? Like if Liverpool win the Premier League this season, they equal Manchester United because both of them will be on 20 league titles. I think Liverpool is currently on 19. Oh no, Liverpool versus Real Madrid. Yep. My goodness. Yeah, United's defense is horrible. We're gonna ask this fair point. I wish Man City could win Feyenoord on Tuesday. 6 in a row cannot happen. Windsor guy, I'm pretty sure Man City's gonna beat Feyenoord. I mean, it's Feyenoord for crying out loud. But I will say this though. This Manchester City team, they're struggling at the moment. So It wouldn't surprise me if they draw points. Um, hello, Eastern again. Man City usually struggle the first half of the season, but this is worrying. Everton needs to win to stay up. Man United really couldn't beat them, so I'm a real fail, Man United. He's not helping himself, Terry. I agree with you. Can't be saying that yet. Sorry, although I predict the same. We gotta wait. Where's Pookie, the Peruvian guy? Pookie said he was gonna join, but unfortunately, what's it called? The stream got delayed, so he couldn't join because it's delayed. But he will probably watch the replay. So yeah. And as for Albert, oh wow, Pookie's here. Wow, didn't expect to see that. That's actually crazy. And as for Albert, I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know where Albert is. So yeah, or Chelsea, Arsenal, and title race. No, no, no. Like the title race, guys, is between Liverpool and Man City. I don't think Chelsea. Well, actually, maybe Arsenal. Arsenal, maybe, but Chelsea for sure, definitely not. Liverpool and Manchester City for sure, and potentially Arsenal. Although I'm not sure about Arsenal. Well, I mean, I'll still put Arsenal with like asterisks. So let's say like 2.5 teams are competing here, low. Great timing. He needs to be ruthless. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next league. We've been here for around 27 minutes. That's pretty much the most I have to say about the EPL because the other leagues I don't have as much talking points, so we can go through. We don't have to spend as much time as we did for the EPL. So let's go ahead and move on to La Liga. La Liga. La Liga. So let me get my timestamp. So we're at 27 minutes. La Liga. So when it comes to La Liga, guys, um, it's actually interesting. It's actually interesting because the thing is, um, the thing is, Real Madrid. Okay, actually let's talk about the other games real quick. So La Liga, man. So Osasuna 2, Villarreal 2. Shout out to Osasuna for getting a draw there against Villarreal. Villarreal, I'm like quite disappointed they didn't get the win, but to be fair, Osasuna have been good this season, so I don't think a draw is a bad result for them. Oh, I'm actually looking at today's games. I should be looking at round 14. Sorry. Let's start with Getafe 2, Real Valladolid 0. Getafe gets the win here against Real Valladolid, which is expected. Shout out to Valencia. Valencia got a huge win against Real Betis at home, a massive win indeed to keep their relegation to keep surviving. And remember, guys, Valencia do have 2 games in hand, so Valencia obviously are going through a lot off the pitch, flood issues. So it's good to see Valencia got the win there. And yeah, man, credit to Valencia, they managed to um, um, get the win that they needed. They almost kind of blew this game when Real Betis got a goal there, but Valencia were just clinical on the day. Real Betis weren't, and yeah, that's just how the game ended. So Real Betis, man, kind of a disappointing for them to lose this game because they probably expected to win this. But yeah, shout out to Hugo Dura for showing up. Atletico Madrid, bro. Okay, I don't know what's up with Atletico Madrid, bro, but it almost feels like every single game that Atletico Madrid plays, they always have to do a late comeback, and especially at home. Like, I don't know what's up with Atletico Madrid. Why do you have to keep resorting with late comebacks every single time? It's so unconvincing, Atletico Madrid. It's so unconvincing. Alaves, man, shout out to Deportivo Alaves. They gave a good game. They really put up a good fight. But Atletico Madrid, man, I'm sorry. How are you struggling to beat Alaves at home? It's crazy to me. 11 shots, 8 on target, and yeah, Griezmann scoring the goal there. On the Sorloth scoring the goal, and yeah, for Atletico Madrid, crucial 3 points. But man, they got. This is concerning too. Barely just beat Deportivo Alaves at home is quite worrying, I have to say. Then Girona beat Espanyol 4-1. Shout out to Girona. They got the massive win. 4 goals in the first half was enough to see it through. And then the second half was pretty much a formality. Espanyol got the goal there. Consolation goal, but it wasn't to be. Then Mallorca, man. Crucial win for them. They got a crucial win on the road against Las Palmas. Mallorca were 2-0 up. Las Palmas made it 2-2. And then Mallorca got a goal there, Mojica, and the 91st minute down to 10 men. It's quite impressive. Mallorca, man, critical win for them, and Las Palmas, man, very sad for them to blow away this from a 2. It's actually crazy. Like, they made it 2-2 and then they lost. They could have held on for the draw there. Quite unfortunate. Now we move on to the Celta Vigo 2, Barca 2. Barca, man. Once again, we draw points without Lamine Yamal. We draw points without Lamine Yamal, guys. Lamine Yamal, once again, didn't play this game. And it's quite worrying to see that we haven't won a game with. I don't think we actually. Let me know in the chat, guys. I don't think Barca have won a game without Yamal this season. Every time Yamal has not played, I believe Barcelona haven't won a game because this was a game in which Barca were great. I think the first half we were fantastic. Um, we were good in the first half. We got the goal there. Rafinha scoring that great goal there. Fantastic assist there from Koundé. Koundé make that beautiful assist there. Oscar Mingueza was horrendous defensively, giving Rafinha the amount of space and time. And Rafinha makes it 1-0. Then obviously the controversy comes in the late in the game where Iago Aspas was complaining that the referee should have given a second yellow card to Gerard Martin, and Gerard Martin could have been sent off. Now, I actually did miss a little bit of this game, so I need to let you guys. So I need you guys, Barca fans, to let me know in the chat. Was that did Martin deserve a second yellow card? Because I actually did. I think I only watched the second half onwards. I missed the first half. But did Martin deserve to get a second yellow card? Because Iago Aspas was complaining. I saw on my timeline. Then the second half rolls around. Barcelona, we got the goal there. Great goal to Lewandowski. And then from that point on, it was all Celta. It was all Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo were really pushing for the goal there. And Yaki Pena made some great saves, amazing saves indeed, to keep Barca in it. Then Koundé and then Casado, man, makes a stupid red card, a second yellow card, such an unnecessary red card, loses the complete control of the game. De Jong also comes on this at the 75th minute, not helping out because I'm sorry, De Jong has to be go. I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm done with De Jong. Barca have to sell De Jong this season. I'm done with De Jong. We have to sell De Jong. De Jong has to go because I'm sorry, with De Jong is just a liability. He's earning too much wages. He doesn't offer that much. I just feel like De Jong is lazy. I'm sorry, De Jong is just lazy. He just doesn't have passion for this club, and I think it's best that we sell him. I'm giving too much patience to you. De Jong, you've been here for a while now. This has literally it's been 4 years you've been here at Barca. So I expect you to perform like this. So De Jong, you got to get sold, and you shouldn't be wearing the captain's armband. Get that captain's armband out of De Jong. I'm sorry, De Jong. That captain's armband should be stripped off him. Like that is ridiculous. He shouldn't be being the captain of this team. Is absolute ludicrous. And yeah, Casado there with a stupid red card, and then Koundé, man, Koundé, you've been so great this season, but look at that goal. Look at the mistake that Koundé gave. Koundé, you shouldn't make that horrible mistake there from Gonzalez. Gonzalez there capitalizes upon the error, makes it 2-1, and you think of yourself, okay, this is where it gets tricky. It gets tricky for Barca. Can we hold on? Nope. Alvarez comes on. 86. Alvarez scores 86th minute. Gonzalez comes off the bench, and Barca blew away a 2-0 lead. And we were lucky not to lose this game, guys. Lose this game. And Barcelona, man, it's so sad because this was a game because it's weird for me when it comes to this game, guys. I feel like at one hand we were lucky not to lose this game. But on another hand, we also shouldn't be dropping points here after being in a 2-0 lead. So it goes two ways. And for Barca, man, I like the style that we're playing, but defensively we have to improve. I'm sorry, defensively we're giving way too much opportunities to the team there. Martin, Koundé, we're so bad defensively. And I'm sorry, they have to improve defensively. And this is where a big problem for Barca is. Our offense is great, and I think this is I'm starting to realize this. Barca is very clinical, but the issue is our defense is so vulnerable that it's so shaky. There is no control in the defense team, and that's the problem with Barca is that we just lack the control in this team. So shout out to Celta for getting a crucial point at home. Of course, this is one of our bogey teams. We tend to struggle against here, and particularly against Celta Vigo. Last season was the first season we did the league double against Celta since 13 and 14. It's very difficult for us to beat Celta Vigo at this away game at the Balados. And yeah, I just think for Barca, man, it's such a shame because now we've given Real Madrid life. We've given Real Madrid some hope to be back in this La Liga title race. Because Real Madrid, guys, we're going to talk about Real Madrid in a bit. Real Madrid have closed the gap. Real Madrid have closed the gap to 3 points. And remember, Real Madrid have a game in hand. So if they win their game in hand, which is against Valencia, which they're expected to, the gap could be 1 point. Barcelona, man, I'm really hoping we don't fumble this because this is kind of bad. Because after beating Real Madrid in the El Clasico 4-0, now everything is kind of shifted back to reality for Barca. And yeah, Barca, man, we need to fix this defense. Because I think the bigger talking point for this game shouldn't be, are we relying on Yamal? No. We are worried about the defense. the defense of Barca is very sketchy. The defense of Barca is very sketchy. Osasuna 2, Villarreal 2. Shout out to Osasuna. Shout out to Osasuna for going 2-0 up. Villarreal did make a comeback though from 2-0 down. So shout out to Villarreal for getting a point there from a game in which they were pretty much outplayed in the first half. But for Osasuna, man, they're gonna be kicking themselves. They allowed Villarreal to get back in this game. Not great for them. And yeah, Sevilla won. Rayo Vallecano 0. Sevilla got the win there at home against Rayo. A crucial win for them. And yeah, Sevilla, man, fantastic win for them. The Leganes, man. Leganes 0, Real Madrid 3. Real Madrid gets a convincing win there, a dominant win there on the road. It did take quite a bit for Real Madrid to open the scoring there. But they did get the goal there. Great goal there from Mbappe. Horrible mistake there from Leganes. I think it was Atamaria made the error there. And Real Madrid capitalized. And yeah, Real Madrid looks smooth sailing there. Valverde scored a great goal there as a right back, which is weird to see. I'm guessing Valverde scored a banger because I don't think banger, of course. Because the thing with Valverde is that whenever he scores bangers. That is facts. Because the thing is, when he scores, it's a banger. It's a banger. And guys, Valverde is a very underrated player. He is a very good player for Real Madrid. He is very underrated. There's actually a Rabona TV video on Valverde. He is so underrated. The guy is so amazing. He gives you that technical ability. He gives you that passion, that work rate, that intensity. He's such an amazing midfielder to have. I would love to have Valverde in my club. I think he is such an amazing player. The player that we have closest to Valverde is probably Gavi. But I'm sorry. I mean, when you look at the players between the two, Valverde's way clearer Gavi. So shout out to Valverde for scoring a fantastic goal. They're captain of the team as well. Fantastic to see. And yeah, Valverde scored. Then Bellingham scored the third goal. So shout out to Real Madrid for getting the 3-0 win there. And for Leganes, they were obviously atrocious. They didn't offer anything. They didn't even have a single shot in this game. They were abysmal. Single shot on target, should I say. Yeah, it just a smooth sailing for Real Madrid, and Real Madrid convincing win for them. And shout out to Real Madrid. I think they get an amazing win, man. Amazing win for them. And then Athletic Club won, Real Sociedad 0, and the Basque Derby. Athletic Club got the win there. Goal there. Sunset there with a goal there. Early goal there. And yeah, Real Sociedad. They're a good team, but my goodness me, their offense is trash. Their offense is garbage because their offense doesn't fire. And Real Sociedad Athletic Club got the deserved win that they needed. Sunset there with a good goal there. And yeah, Real Sociedad lose the game. So that is it for La Liga. So let me go ahead and look at your guys' comments. And I'm going to ask you guys this question. So looking at the table right here, guys, Real Madrid is 4 points behind. Remember, they have a game in hand. So yeah, is Real Madrid back, or are we being a bit too reactionary? I'm going to hear what you guys say. Actually, let's actually do a better question. Will La Liga go to the final match day? Oh yeah, this is actually a good point. Thank you for bringing this up, Tari. I'm going to read your comment when we get there. Arsenal aren't winning the Premier League. Unless Serie A race is interesting. Let's talk about Serie A after this, by the way. We don't talk about Barca, yes, because Arsenal ballers. I hope Valencia get back to being a top dog. Alves is good. Atletico Madrid love being dramatic. He needs to be ruthless. Imagine America won the Copa del Rey last season. Celta Vigo, Barca's bogey team. I see. Barca lost control with De Jong came on. You would have lost this game if Ter was starting. Is Yamal biggest miss of all Barca of all time or Messi? Oh, dude, of course. Like, what do you mean there by Steve? Are you like comparing which player is better? Obviously, Messi's superior to Yamal. That's not even debatable. And I think Messi, for me, you know how long it took Barca to struggle without Messi? It took a long time. It literally took like a half a season for us to finally get used to playing without Messi. Like, I would say actually 3/4 of the season. So Messi obviously was a bigger miss. Come on, this is obvious. Come on. When Messi was missing after he left. I can't believe De Jong was wearing the captain's armband. I need to slander for Ter Stegen one day. Hey, Atari, man. During the Champions League, I'll probably slander Ter Stegen. Because, you know, the thing with Ter Stegen is that he's good in La Liga, but not good in Champions League. Gasset has a long way to go if he wants to be world class. Jared Martin should have been sent off. All right, I'll take your word for it. Gavi's a winger is a crime. Martin is so bad. I was watching the game. He was awful, worse than Aaron Garcia. Yeah, that Martin guy should be sold. That Martin guy is garbage. I don't want to see him for Barca. We need another backup because I'm sorry, the guy is mid. The guy is absolutely mediocre. So, um, Eric Garcia wasn't even that bad, Steve, and we played so good. It feels good. Lucas, with your team. Our Sevilla back. Jude, Vinny, Valverde were top. Ancelotti winning despite no backing. Already as well. Yeah, Guler. Guler was actually good. Yeah, it's also another thing. Why was Guler barely playing any games? Now Guler has now finally played a game, and you saw how good Guler is, man. Guler needs to be given more game time. But man, looks so much better. Valverde is world class. Sorry, once they're back to winning Europa League again, they're back. He starts for every team in the world. Christian's back next month. And Raul back in training his boost. Lars Rachel Supreme, Edward Knows, El Captain Valverde. Lars is what the young was meant to be. Um, yeah, but this crap board doesn't rate Chris. Eric Garcia is awful. No wonder City sold him. Yeah. He's bad. He's bad. You're right, Steve. You're right, man. Even Dominic Rich said the guy's trash. Dominic Rich said that, and we should have listened. We should have listened, man. We should have listened. He's top by midfielder. It's pretty low. So what did they win the conference league? I mean, I wouldn't say they're back, but I would say they're on track. Being a bench warmers from no. Real Madrid ain't proving nothing yet, bro. They got big teams first. People are overreacting my downfall. Dalton's here static. All right, so I think we're gonna move to the next league. So we're 41 minutes in. We're actually doing we're kind of going a bit slow on time, but the other two leagues I won't spend as much time, to be fair. So we could probably scroll through those leagues fast. And guys, get the likes on, man. We're at 7 likes, guys. Let's get up to 10 likes. 10 likes. So I actually did a poll here, and most of you guys are saying that Manchester City Manchester City can still win this league. It's quite close though. It's 3-2. And then I did another poll for will La Liga be decided the final match day, and most of you guys say no. Most of you guys say no. Okay. We'll see. We'll see because you guys are generally correct though. Most of the time, La Liga doesn't go all the way to the final match day. I think the last time we went to the final match day was for Atletico Madrid for the 2021-2022 season, and I think for Real Madrid the 16-17 season. Correct me if I'm wrong here in the chat below, but I believe every other league title post 16-17 has not go to the final match day. Usually, the team that's won the league is usually by a big margin. It's usually like 10-point margin. So usually La Liga title races aren't very competitive, historically speaking. It's usually it usually doesn't go down to the final match day. So yeah. So yeah, I see where you guys are going from. I could see. But maybe this La Liga title race could go down to the final match day. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, we're gonna move on over to Serie. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about let's talk about Serie A. Let's talk about Serie A, guys. Serie A, man, Serie A. Guys, I've told this before, and I continue to say this again. Serie A is the most interesting league and the most competitive league in Europe this season. It's not even debatable. Anyone that tries to debate this, you're just dumb. Because I'm sorry, Serie A is quite fantastic. Serie A is in a fantastic league, and it's amazing. It's amazing, man. It's quite amazing to see what Serie A has to offer. We're gonna start with the first game we got here. It is Hellas Verona 0, Inter 5. Inter absolutely decimated Hellas Verona on the road. And you know what the crazy thing is? Inter even did this with their B team. This wasn't even Inter's strongest team. As you can see right here, Inter rested Lautaro Martinez. They rested Lautaro. They rested Burrell. Well, they rested Chalanahu. They rested. Let's see who they rested. They rested De Vrij. They rested Pavard. They rested Dumfries, DeMarco, and they still managed to win this game even without those crucial players. And yeah, Serie A for me, man, it's the best title race in Europe by far this season. And yeah, shout out to Inter for doing well. 5 goals the first half is insanity. 5-0 after 45 minutes is quite insane. And shout out to Inter for getting the win here on the road against Hellas Verona. That's quite of a tricky team, guys. Hellas Verona isn't always that straightforward. Man. This game, man. Oh, my God. This game was so garbage. Guys, I was going to do a YouTube tour for this game, but I literally had not much to say because this game was such a garbage game. Guys, I'm going to say this right now. This was one of the worst games I've seen in the season so far. I'm not even being reactionary when I say this. This game was so garbage. Both teams were pathetic. I would slightly say the Juventus were better, but Milan, man, oh my jeez, Milan, you're doing this at home, only one shot on target. No, I mean, I'm sorry, that is that is disgraceful. How can you only have one shot on target at home as AC Milan against Juventus? And I'm sorry, Juventus is one of the teams that is very much disliked in Italy. And I know Milan fans hate Juventus. I'm sure they do. And for Juventus, man, they were awful. There's not really much to say there. I think the only player that played well for Juventus on the day was Thuram. I think that Thuram guy was fantastic. That Thuram guy was um, it was amazing. And Kepra Thuram was probably the best player. And yeah, I mean, just for Juventus, man, hey, this, as I said before, guys, I'm going to continue to say this again. Juventus attack is non existent. Besides Vlahovic, there is no other reliable. Juventus don't have reliable goal scorers. That's the problem. Juventus are too pragmatic, and that's the problem with Juventus is that if they want to win the league and if they want to win the Champions League, they cannot be this pragmatic. They cannot be this pragmatic because I'm sorry, we need to see more offensive threat from Vlahovic, Contessel, Yildiz, McKennie. Yeah, I mean it's just crazy. And for Milan, as I said, man, absolutely shameful, absolutely disgusting to see what they did at home. And yeah, I'm just ashamed. I'm just ashamed of what happened. I'm ashamed. And I actually thought this would be a good game. I actually thought this would be a good game. But it wasn't to be, and both teams just settled for basically nothing. There's like the highlights. Oh my geez, there's barely any highlights from this game. There's barely any highlights. And let me just show you guys the stats right here. One shot, two shots. Man, terrible, man, terrible. Anyways, we got Parma 1, Atalanta 3. Atalanta, man, fantastic win for them on the road. And yeah, fantastic win for them. Ederson, Lookman, um, Red Turkey got the goal there. And yeah, Parma just looked abysmal. And you know what the crazy thing is? Atalanta still did this with Gasperini getting sent off, which is actually quite crazy. And so Atalanta, man, can they win the Serie A? I would love to see it. I would love to see it. It'd be a fantastic football story. And I'm gonna say this right now, guys. If Atalanta win the Serie A, this is better. This is better than Leverkusen. I'm just saying this is better than Leverkusen. It will be much. This will be better than Leverkusen. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Um, Genoa 2, Cagliari 2. Shout out to this was a pretty back and forth game. Cagliari got the 2 goals there from the penalty spot, and yeah, and it was just a decent game. Fiorentina got the 2-0 win there against Como on the road. So shout out to Fiorentina, Moise Keane scoring it and continue his goal scoring form. Shout out to Moise Keane there. And Fiorentina, man, De Gea, man. De Gea is looking great, man. De Gea is looking fantastic. And shout out to De Gea, man, for proving his doubters wrong, man, because the guy's been amazing in Serie A so far this season. Moving on to Torino 1, Monza 1. It was like a decent game, I suppose. And yeah. Napoli, man, they continue their winning streak with Lukaku scoring the goal there. Roma, hey, Roma just didn't do much. Napoli, honestly, were the better team. They got the goal to Lukaku there from the regular play. And Roma, they gave it their best effort. They at least made it competitive, but Roma is just a team that's so chaotic. They're bringing Claudio Ranieri here, man. This isn't Leicester. This isn't peak Leicester City anymore, man. So yeah, I'm sorry, man. Roma, man, I think they might be in the mud. Um, Lazio 3, Bologna 0. Shout out to Lazio for getting the win there. Bologna goes down there with the early red cards for Bahia. Lazio, man, got the win there second half. Great goal, great goal to Kengi, Delo Bashiri, and yeah, Lazio got the win there. Good to see, and yeah, it's interesting to see what happens. We got 2 games tomorrow. We got Empoli Udinese, then Verona, Venezia, Lecce. So it'll be interesting to see what those games bring. So looking at the table right here, guys. Wow, look at how close this is, guys. Let me just zoom this in for you guys. I can't. That's a bit small for you guys to see. So look how competitive Serie A is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's around 7 teams that have roughly around the same points. Tell me another league that has this amount of teams around this kind of level. Tell me because I don't know. There isn't any of the leagues. So It's going to be interesting to see how the Serie A pans out. And I'm hoping for Atalanta. I would love to see Atalanta win this league. Atalanta, Fiorentina. I think this would be the best. If you're an underdog, if you're like a team if you're neutral, you should be supporting Atalanta. That is a team that if wins the Serie A would be a huge football story. It'd be the biggest football story this season, and it would be such a amazing achievement for Atalanta because they had never won the Bundesliga before. I'm sorry, they have never won the Serie A before in their history, and they only got a Europa League just last season. This will be amazing and fantastic. So, shout out to Atalanta. I really hope they win Serie A, but it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen. And obviously, Fiorentina will also be a great story too from an underdog perspective. Obviously, they won the league before. Actually, I'm going to check. When was the last time Fiorentina won the Serie A? When was the last time they won the Serie A? I'm actually going to check right here. Fiorentina FC. When was the last time they won the Serie A? Last time they won the Serie A. Last time they won it was 1968. They haven't won the league since 1968. So it'd also be pretty good too. I think I think Atalanta and Fiorentina are probably the best underdogs you can hope for as a neutral. So, but like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens, and we have a very fascinating title race among uh, looking ahead. So let's go ahead look at you guys' comments. Gotta keep hoping that he's in the club anymore. Yeah, but I still believe he can improve. City can still undo when they. Valverde has potential to be best right now in the world. Ooh. And he's not big in 2 recent meets. That's going to. Nobody. You see, I love to be second is important. It's something great. I see our title race career still exists. Why don't Thuram do this at the Euros? Deschamps stacks. That's all I'm gonna say. Honestly, I have no idea. Sorry if I'm being honest with you, but France were just atrocious the Euros. So, especially offensively. Yeah, he makes mistakes, but he's still at the club. So I guess we'll go wish for the best. This is why Serie A is in the Farmers League. They has been class Serie A. Real Madrid have Courtois and Lunin. Onanas will never be peak De Gea. Juve and Milan had 0-0 all over, but didn't knew it was gonna be this bad. I don't recognize Milan anymore. Inter Milan fans hate Juventus more. I understand, Tari, but the point I'm trying to make here is that I would expect more aggression from Milan, and I'm pretty sure Milan hates Juventus. Now, whether which one dislikes Juventus more or not, I don't know. That's not relevant. The point I'm trying to make here is that Milan should be you should be expecting more from Milan, especially considering they're at home. Is Milan kind of going through a downfall? Not gonna lie, facts. Only one Italian player in Milan's starting lineup is a disgrace. That first half was terrible. They won more league titles than Man United since 2013. So yeah. Yeah, I know. Milan, the football version of Pac-Man, both falling off after being so popular and successful. Milan needs to play Madrid every week. We get hard to cook. That's the weird thing with Milan, Pookie. Like after they beat Real Madrid, you would think, okay, maybe they could turn their season around. They've been awful since then. They tied to Cagliari at home. Sorry, I think it was away from home. Then they tied to Juventus at home after being so garbage. So Milan, they're still inconsistent. But whenever they won the big games, it's weird. Milan beat Inter and Real Madrid, both all against the odds. I'm just saying, man. Maybe Milan is the underdog merchant. I'm just saying. That just sounds so wrong to say, but it proves what I've said so far. For real. What if Atalanta was Serie A? Real Madrid don't have Spanish stars, or am I wrong? Carval injured. Yeah, Carval injured. You could say Milan, the football version of Minecraft too. It'll be a miracle if Atalanta wins Serie A. Real Madrid have Asensio. Yeah, Ascentio. Yeah, two started to say. Yep. Real Madrid are known to have foreign players dominantly. Fran Garcia. I miss Peak De Gea. Keane has been good. Fiorentina would have won a trophy in the last season if they had Keane. What if Fiorentina had him in the last 2 seasons? Roma needs to fix some issues because they've been through a downfall lately. Their management's a joke. Roma's board is garbage. I'm sorry. Roma's board is terrible. So yeah. Lukaku under Conte is world class. Yeah, I would agree. This is the last 2 seasons, to be honest, a bit. I'm this version of him. I would prefer Fiorentina. If Fiorentina wins Serie A after losing back-to-back Conference League finals would be insane. That's 5 different decades they've not won Serie A. Moyes Batistuta. Okay, they probably would have won the Conference League, sorry, but then again, El Cabi too good. I think they beat West Ham in the that's during the Conference League final. That's why the latest Conference League final. I know that. Oh, I bet. I read that wrong, though. Was George right now about playing Hummels? I think Hummels is still finished. I think he's still washed. He's too old. So, Yeah, and maybe you can say, although, like I said, Roma issues. I think it's bigger than just players playing. I think it's just that everything is just wrong with the club. They're just a whole chaotic mess. Whole chaotic mess. So speaking of Roma, man, they're literally 12. Even Torino Empoli is above them. Even Udinese is above them. Even Bologna is above them. Roma, man, this club needs to be saved. Like Roma needs them. Somebody needs to save Roma. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Bundesliga. Um, so when it comes to Bundesliga, guys. Oh yeah, actually, let me do a poll real quick for the Serie A. We're gonna do a poll for each of the leagues. All right. So when it comes to the Bundesliga, guys, um, Bayern got the dominant win against Augsburg, and dude, Bayern Kane scored a very good goal there. I forgot which goal it was. I think it was. Oh yeah, it was the third goal. The third goal from Harry Kane, man. Oh my jeez, what a goal that was from Harry Kane. Harry Kane scored a fantastic goal there. Two penalties for Harry Kane on the day, and it was a great header. That third goal was a fantastic. And yeah, obviously, Augsburg got decimated, and Kane is scoring goals. Kane, man, you better win a trophy this season. Because Kane, if you go 2 seasons back to back trophyless, guys, I think you have to retire. Kane, you're gonna have to retire. It happens because I'm sorry. 2 seasons back to back trophyless at Bayern Munich, one of the biggest clubs in the world, is unacceptable. Unacceptable. So shout out to Kane for scoring the hat trick there, and for Bayern Munich, man, fantastic win for them. And Kane, man, I better see that Bundesliga trophy at the end of the season. We better see it, man. We better see it, and we'll be there. We'll be there. We'll be there, man. We'll be there if that happens. So, yeah, moving on. To Leverkusen. Leverkusen got the win there against Heidenheim. Heidenheim were 2-0 up. Dorisch and Honskik got the goal there. And they go, so, okay, Bayer Leverkusen, are they really going to draw points at home to Heidenheim with all due respect? But Leverkusen said, nope. Palacio scored a goal there, and the Schick scored a hat trick, and the Xhaka scored. And yeah, Heidenheim just got absolutely destroyed in the second half. And that's how the game ended. So shout out to Bayer Leverkusen for getting the win, but I still think Leverkusen needs to improve the defense. Leverkusen defensively are still very shaky at the back, and I don't know what's going on. I think Hincapie, he's the error, man. He's the liability. I think Hincapie is the liability. I don't think Hincapie is that great. He made an error in the game as well. And yeah, Leverkusen, man, maybe they might have to move on from Hincapie. For Leverkusen, man, fantastic win for them. But yeah, it's Heidenheim for crying out loud. The Dortmund finally got a big win at home against Freiburg. A fantastic win for Dortmund. A dominant win for them. And yeah, like I said with Dortmund, man, they're very good at home. It's just their away form is so atrocious. Their away form is garbage. Like their home form is like prime Chelsea. Remember when Mourinho went like I think 9 seasons unbeaten at home? It's like that. And then their away form is like I don't know, like Sheffield United. Like that's what they basically are. They're so polar opposites. They're so good at home, but they're so bad on the road. They're so bad on the road. So yeah, shout out to Dortmund for getting the win there. And yeah. And then Hoffenheim Leipzig. This was a crazy game, man. Leipzig took the lead there at the 15th minute of the game. Then Hoffenheim equalized. The Nusa scored the goal. Then you think of something, and the Leipzig were 3-1 up. And then it's like, okay, Hoffenheim, they're really gonna lose at home. And then Hoffenheim said, nope, we're gonna score 3 goals. And they managed to do the comeback. Um, from I think it was 3-2 down. Sorry, yeah, 3-2 down to 4-3. And yeah, shout out to Hoffenheim for getting a crucial win there at home. And as for Leipzig, they're just bad defensively. Leipzig is really bad defensively. Leipzig is really bad defensively, and they're gonna have to improve. And for Hoffenheim, man, critical win for them. It's a massive win for them, a needed win for them. And yeah, shout out to Hoffenheim for getting the win there at home. Stuttgart got the win there against Bochum 2-0 as expected. Wolfsburg got the win there against Union Berlin 1-0. Frankfurt got the win there 1-0 against Werder Bremen. Mario Götze scored. I'm surprised Marmoush didn't get a GA. And the Mainz got the 3-0 win there against Holstein Kiel. And the Mönchengladbach got the win there against St. Pauli 2-0 at home. So looking at the table right here, guys, Bayern are already 6 points clear, top of the table. And the second best team right now in the Bundesliga is Eintracht Frankfurt. Then Leipzig has 21 points, and Leverkusen is already 9 points behind, guys. I think it's fair to say that Bayern is going to win this league, and I would be surprised if they don't. So, looking at the other teams right there, I think the Europa League spots are looking very interesting, though. I think the Europa League spots are going to be very difficult to decipher, because I think the Europa League spots is going to be interesting. I feel like the top four is almost kind of settled. I think the top four may finish the order, although I could maybe see Leipzig drop out of the top four and maybe Dortmund sneak in. But I have a feeling that one of Dortmund or Leipzig will not get Champions League. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Because both teams, Leipzig are just really bad defensively, and Dortmund are so trash on the road. So we'll see which ones cancel each other out. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And yeah, look at the relegation: Holstein Kiel and Bochum, St. Pauli. Yeah, not too surprising there. Heidenheim's 2 points above. All right, so let's go ahead and do a final poll here. Then we're going to be looking at League On real quick, and then I guess we'll wrap it up here. Wrap it up. All right, so I'm going to make League On very quickly, guys. I just want to look at this league real quickly. I just want to see if there's any major talking points. I'm just going to scroll to the matchups. I just want to see if there's any upsets in particular. Monaco 3, Stade Brest 2, PSG 3, Toulouse 0. Okay, Lens 1, Marseille. Okay, I think all the results are to be expected. I don't think there's any upsets here. Maybe Le Havre winning 2-0 on the road against Nantes is a bit of surprising, and maybe Reims not beating Lyon. Lyon not winning is maybe a bit of an upset, but yeah, PSG have obviously ran away with the league. They have a 6-point lead at the top of the table. And I think PSG have basically won League On. So shout out to PSG for winning League On and advance. So I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Let me go ahead and look at your guys' final comments. Where are we? Right here. I can see De Rossi coming back at the end of the season at this rate. They need to get Totti back to some capacity. Mancini and Ndika were both in better form, so I don't think so. Kane will finally win a trophy. Respect for Frankfurt. They're amazing this season. You don't think so? I wrote that low. Now Kane has a curse. I don't think he was wrong. Leverkusen washed. Great coming from Leverkusen, but they're still on one of them. It's like, I hope Kane wins the trophy. Yeah, man, I still can't believe Drew teams relegation. So they picked last season. Dortmund so weird. Yeah, man, I'm also not sure. The curse is so strong. When I hear Dortmund, I laugh. I don't believe in the curse low. I could see why they would. Leipzig are wasted potential. Also still exists. Okay, maybe the curse could end. The fact that Kane's lost every final he's played shows because there has to be some curse. Because of the Liga and just unfortunate. Farmers League for real. I don't believe in curse low. He does a tournament finals too. TT didn't either, but his teammates stepped up. Can't say the same for Kane. Palmer stepped in the final. What Kane got subbed up really true. All right. Let me actually look at this. Is there any other leagues we should look at real quick, guys? Because I guess we could stick around for 5 minutes. I'm trying to see is there any of the other leagues we should look at real quickly. I'm gonna look at the Croatian league. I've heard Dinamo Zagreb's not doing well. Let me look at that league real quick. I don't think we have looked at the Croatian league at all during the European weekend recap streams. And wow, it's true. Okay, wow. Okay, let me actually see. There's like a website where I can see all the European League standings, like all in one page. I think UEFA has that on their website. Let me just quickly double check if there is. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna check real quickly if there is. I have to be very careful though. I don't want to get hit with copyright. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can look at this real quick. I guess this works. Premier League, okay. Bundesliga, okay. La Liga, Serie A, Liga 1. Okay, Championship, Leeds is top. Scottish Premiership, League One, League Two, Scottish Championship, Scottish League Two, Champions League, Women's Champions League, Europa League, 2024 Nations League. Bro, really? I thought they would show more than this. Man, I thought that website would be good. Hold up, let me see. I swear there's like another page I can see all the standings. Um, oh, Sky Sports. Yeah, I think this might be the one I'm talking about. Nope. Sky Sports, I think, only has the English ones. I'm trying to see if there's any other ones. I think that's it, guys. Okay, look at Czech League. Slavia Prague doing amazing. Okay, we'll look at the Czech League, I guess. Let's look at the Czech League. So standings right there, man. Slavia Prague, 41 points. Dang. Standings, Sparta Prague are down bad. 27 points? Yeah, I think Slavia Prague might have already won this league. 8-point gap. 8-point gap. Eek. I think we'll look at the Austrian Bundesliga real quick. How's how's Salzburg doing? Let's see. Salzburg. Oh my geez. They're sixth. 14 points behind Stormgrass. Wow. That's a new low, man. New low. Anyways, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Hope you guys did enjoy today's stream. Um, and yeah. So I'm gonna see you guys next Sunday for the weekend recap. And then I will be doing so. Let me give you guys the schedule for upcoming two videos. So we're gonna be doing a video for Liverpool Real Madrid. I'll be doing that preview tomorrow. That'll be out for you guys tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I'll be doing a limited rewards final preview. And if you guys want a live stream for that, let me know in the comments below for that video. Then on Saturday, we'll be doing the Twitch stream most likely, and then Friday we'll do the member stream, and of course a Pokemon stream. Saturday, we may potentially do a limited rewards final review stream if people are down for that. We'll also probably do our Twitch stream, and the Sunday we'll do the weekend recap. So Sunday one should be normal timing. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. So let me look at your final guys' comments, and then we're gonna head off true. Henri's record finals disgrace too. Yep. See me bottle on finals. Look at Czech League. Slavia doing amazing. ESPN's offense has been awful. When I say TT, I mean Henri. Sorry, just in case. Well, real man. Liverpool's former assistant line has been awful to them. I still doing great at PSV running. I think PSV is still running away. Let me just double check real quick. I think PSV is still top. I'm pretty sure they're still top. Yeah, they're still top, and they have a 5-point lead. 5-point lead. So yeah, PSV are probably gonna win this league. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm gonna end the poll there for Harry Kane, and you guys are saying yes, he will win a trophy. He will win a trophy. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy the stream, and I'll see you guys later. Remember, guys, like and subscribe on your way. Let me see how many likes were on today's stream. We're currently at 8 likes. 8 likes. Can we get up to 10 on the way out, guys? That'll be greatly appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.